I think I'm better than most investors when it comes to real estate specifically.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking of partnerships, I stay away from partnerships for many, many, many years because I loved controlling end-to-end everything possible. Former CFO I worked with, how much is enough? His answer, just a little bit more.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Alex Dion.
I'm Greg Cullen.
And today we're going to talk about how we leverage partnerships in real estate. Okay, first thing we want to talk about is why would somebody choose to partner? I think everybody in the world has unlimited time, unlimited money, and unlimited knowledge.
Totally.
Why would they need to bring anybody else in?
You don't need to.
I would say on my side personally, I didn't have all the money to qualify for our deal on my own. So that was one reason why I chose to bring on a partner. Another reason would be knowledge. I hadn't done any real estate deals, so I found a lot of help in that aspect. And what I could do was bring a lot of time and hustle.
Yeah, I think so too. I think when I'm thinking of partnerships, I stay away from partnerships for many, many, many years because I loved controlling end-to-end everything possible. And for me, it was pretty easy because I had control of my own income. I could forecast when to have my own deals coming through. I had great skill, and I had the time to manage it too.
Right.
But there gets a point in time when you're venturing to, say, another asset class, like what we did for short-term rentals, or you might just be hitting a roadblock in terms of how much money that you actually have. So partnerships they're both pros and cons, but It makes sense for people in their real estate career at some point to go down the journey with someone who they dearly trust, but who they want to build this empire with.
Right, and also somebody who kind of offsets their weaknesses and amplifies their strengths. And I think it's funny that you said at some point, because I agree with you. I think on a long enough time horizon, every real estate investor does need a partner. You're gonna run out of money. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how much money is coming in. If you want to keep scaling and you want to keep doing bigger deals, you're gonna run out of money. You'll probably run out of time. But you will still have that resourcefulness, and that resourcefulness will get you somebody else who has more time, and you'll have somebody who has more money. Some of the advantages are, again, getting somebody that can round out your weaknesses. For me, it was my financial weaknesses. I couldn't underwrite a deal as big as the deal we got on our first. And then also just real life experience in the field. You can read 1 million books, you can listen to 1 million podcasts, but it's not going to compare with somebody who has closed 10 real estate deals. What are some of the disadvantages? Because I know that you had a partnership that didn't work out as well.
Yeah, good friend of mine, still consider him very good friends. The deal itself, we walked into a good deal. But the thing about partnerships is when you walk into one, you marry them for everything good and you marry them for everything bad too.
Warts and all.
He had some personal financial challenges that he had to overcome. So it made the deal quite a bit challenging. After we already walked into it, we had an insanely beautiful deal. He was completely hands-off. I was running the entire operation. I was giving him 14% cash on cash return and completely hands-off. Mm-hmm. He ran into personal financial issues, and it happens to everyone. And like I said, great friend. Yeah. I wish nothing but the best, but it happens to me.
No, and his trouble becomes your trouble at that point.
It does. It's if you're going through a deal with somebody else and they're going through divorce, that means you're going through divorce now.
For me, at least, and you, I think was like a taster, and it's like, okay, we can definitely do this deal forever, but now we've realized like the way we work together and how we work well with one another, that we're setting ourselves up to do more. Yeah.
And I think the good thing about partnerships is you leverage their strengths appropriately. And so you and I bounce off each other very well. Yeah. In the sense where I know how to really underwrite a deal. Right. I'm very good when it comes to some of the execution. Yeah. I have a lot of the experience for my own, single family. I have 13 doors right now. Yeah. So I have a lot of experience I can tap into. You have a great vision, especially when it came to that Airbnb of what can we do here? Right. And I think we balance each other out well because I can't see vision. I can't see interior decoration.
Well, it's also, I think everybody kind of gets set in their ways, and it's hard to challenge yourself to do more. Like one of the ways I'm pushing you this year, and obviously pushing myself as well, is we want to get into multifamily. So like you're in multifamily, you're doing small multi, you have a few duplexes, but I feel like you'd be satisfied doing duplexes and making a gang of money on duplexes forever. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to scale and you want to build it bigger and better, you have to get into bigger, larger multifamily stuff. You have to learn new shit.
And I remember I asked a former CFO I worked with, how much is enough? Mm-hmm. And I know verifiably, this guy has probably $50 to $100 million in assets.
Yeah.
And I asked him, how much is enough? His answer, just a little bit more. And so I think for me, it's like, even when you're at the point where you have financial independence, so you got to keep pushing yourself to the next level.
Right.
And having a partner that can drive you on that 10, 20, 30-year journey is impactful. I mean, I'm 30 years old right now. I've known you since I was 15.
Yeah.
So I've known you for half my life. So I know the good of you, and I also know all the bad of you.
Well, totally. And it's also, I just think it's a more exciting way to live your life is not just by a money metric, but like how far can I push myself? You know, how much can I possibly do? And for you, I know like your financials are pretty settled. Like I know you could always want more money, but like, are you motivated by the money? I would say no.
Probably not motivated by the money. I think I'm more motivated in the ability to impact others more wildly.
Right.
So I think of even like the Warren Buffett method, which was he could give away all of his money now, or he can keep investing it, let it keep compounding, and it's going to be worth more to the general public than ever before. And I think I'm better than most investors when it comes to real estate specifically. Bigger impact.
Yeah, we're trying to make an impact on the world via the skill set that we have. You and we're goal motivated people. We're driven to exceed our expectations and to do more than we ever thought was possible.
For sure.
So again, that's another reason why, you know, a partner can really take you to the next level and should take you to the next level. There's a lot of different kind of partners to have. We're 50-50 on our deal. But we plan on taking on partners in a syndication in the future. Those would be limited partners that would invest money and let us run the deal, let us run the management. But we want more partners.
Yeah.
We don't want less, you know, that's we want to scale in such a way that like, you know, we're working with a ton of people, making a lot of people money and like, you know, successfully just growing this with other folks, you know, as opposed to just hoarding our little piece of the pie.
For sure. I mean, I know if you do it yourself, you can go far. It's go really slow. Yeah. And partners, it's basically putting gas on the fire. Right. But it depends what type of gas you're putting on and what type of partner too. So it's making sure that when you do have that partner, you do the proper vetting of them. Right. And you think that long-term journey in itself. Yeah. Because I think this can really catapult you to the next level. Yeah. And I was very fearful of partners for the longest time. Right. I remember thinking to myself, why would I involve someone else, split the profits, when I can do this all myself, take everything? 100%. Yeah. And I think right now it's because you should always leverage your hustle and make sure that, you know, you have others who want to make money with you, that you have others who can be there with you for the highs and the lows, which will happen no matter what, and then keep looking for more and bigger deals. Like I've turned away a few deals in the past couple of years because I wanted to go slow and I wanted to get my bearings straight. Totally. And now that I do have my bearings straight, I'm at the point where I'll probably quit my job within the next year and just do this completely full time as an investor, syndicating some of these deals. Right. Because I have the track record and I have the partners that I can do this with. Right. I want to specify that like the partnership that didn't work out, I think that it didn't work out because you guys are not still partners on the deal. But if you look at it from like, you know, a bird's eye view of what actually happened, you have the deal. You own the deal now and you're making money on the deal. So it's like, don't be so afraid to take on partners because you might have to go through a messy split up. You know, that's kind of awkward, or you might have awkward conversations. The whole point is to, you know, get on base, dude. Keep swinging. Get on base, keep swinging. And you know what? You might have a couple problem properties every now and then. Like I've had 13 doors and I have one of them that isn't performing as well as I thought it would. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay, dude. If you can have a ratio of 1 in 13, I think you're under 8%. Like that's under 8%, you know, not returning the way you wanted to. I think you're going to be okay. And that's, I'm not struck out. No. I'm just on base. No. I hit a bunt. I'm at base. Right. Or maybe you got a strike. Yeah, maybe I got a couple strikes. That's okay. But the same thing with property. It's the same thing with partners. Like you got to make sure you scope them out the right way. And that same partner that I worked with before, like I said, great guy. I wish him nothing but the best. Totally. Sometimes these things happen. 100%. And so you just got to make sure that you really understand who you're working with, where you want to go, and if there's anything that's going to impede you from reaching that goal too. And that kind of leads me to the next thing, which is setting standards. You know, and if you have standards, you know how to react to conflict and how to react to adversity because you know this is the way we do business. So if we've decided going into something that
this particular unit that we're renovating is going to be top of the line all the way. That means top of the line all the way. That means you don't cut corners. And if you do, you're sacrificing your standards. If you sacrifice these standards, you're not going to get the returns you want. You're not going to get the success you want.
Yep. 100%.
Right. So, again, whoever has the best argument, whoever screams the loudest.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably say
you're going to win some and lose some.
Yeah. I mean, I want to take the United States of America approach of whoever screams loudest wins. But I would say whoever has the more sound judgment will generally win an argument.
Right. And it's okay to win an argument and it's okay to lose an argument.
You know what I mean? I've lost many arguments. Yeah. And I've also won many as well. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. Like, us telling a story about this dumb built-in, like, it doesn't, in the moment, I didn't want to fucking do it. Yeah, so I had to go to Home Depot, spend another couple hours doing all this, and I think I spent probably another 5 to 10 hours repairing what we demolished.
Break the shit we broke, 100%.
But at the end of the day, it was worth it.
No, you look back and you say, okay, like, at the time, did I want to do it? Hell no. Am I glad I did it? Yes. Yeah, and I think that's another good way to look at decisions, big decisions you need to make, or actions you need to take, is how am I going to feel about this in the future? Yeah. Is it going to be worthwhile?
But specifically, how am I going to feel about this in the next 5 or 10 years? Like, don't think about where you're going to be
tomorrow morning.
But don't even be thinking about like 70 years from now. Like, you certainly can. And I've thought about that for some of my properties. Like my ones in Austin, the one in Maui. It's like, I think to myself, these are going to be incredibly wealthy pieces of property. Yeah. But I think about 5-10 years from now, when I look back, will I be happy I did this? Or I'll be pissed off that I missed this opportunity.
Right, exactly. And I think if you just use that compass again of looking forward to the future, am I going to be happy I did this? Am I going to be upset that I gave up on that? And then also following that compass of your standards, you can't really miss in terms of a partnership.
For sure.
Right? So, I don't know. I think we'd encourage everybody out there to take on a partnership, challenge yourself to do more. And if you have any questions or you're kind of nervous about getting into it, that's okay too.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. And always think about the 3 areas of real estate. We've talked about this a couple times already. You have time, money, and skill. And every partnership revolves around that, no matter what. So it doesn't matter if you're going to a local meetup, or if you're trying to attract an investor to do something with you, or you're trying to get started, whatever it could be. You have these 3 methods that you can jump into of time, money, and skill. And you have
3 resources,
right?
Resources.
Yeah. And you have to figure out what you're going to be able to contribute to the other party. Mm-hmm. Anything. I have some people who say, I'm starting out, I have a bunch of time, or I know how to manage my time well. Yeah. Let me do this for you. Let me run this deal analysis. Right. I have other people sliding my DM saying, I want to do this next deal with you. I have $100,000. I don't want to invest in New York City. And I'm like, perfect. We will jump into a deal together.
Yeah, but I think that you and I have found, especially having been successful, a lot of people got, like, the Maui thing was really sexy. A lot of people would like to own a condo in Maui. Yeah. But I think we found that the deal is the thing. The money is not an issue. The management's not an issue. All this stuff will come together. The money is going to come. You know what I mean?
If you find the deal, everything else will follow.
The deal will sell itself. Yeah, exactly. So you'll find your partners. You'll find the time that you need, or you'll find the expertise that you need if you find that deal. So that's, I think, the first and foremost, like, most important thing for a new investor is know what a good deal is, know what it looks like, know how to find it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So anyway, good luck, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Alex Dion with Erasing the Bar.
And I'm Greg Cullen with Leverage Hustle.
We'll see you next time.